1, 2, help me lose my mind.
Hi everybody, it's me, and I'm back for the Confident Musician video number 3. As you can see, I decided to come outside today since it was such a nice day, so I might be switching up the scenery every now and again. Before I begin, I want you to take a look at my shirt. It says Power and Unity. It's from a CD that I did last month with some other artists. We put together a compilation CD, Mr. Travis Brown. And what I love about the Power and Unity CD is that there are different styles of music on there, all in the gospel genre, from praise and worship style to choir style, and even myself, which was guitar and voice with my husband. I have a song on there called Rainy Day Fun. That's track number 2. So go to iTunes, and I believe it's on Bandcamp, and check out the Power and Unity CD. Today I want to talk about overcoming insecurities, because that's something that musicians and singers alike, we both kind of face. So just to give you a little history about myself, I grew up singing in the church. As a young child, I would be so critical of myself that when I finished the solo, I would just run to the bathroom or anywhere, corner, and I would just cry and cry and cry. And I was like this all the way, even up to high school. My mentor even called it the run out spirit, because I would just run out. I feel like there are sometimes about 2 things that allow us to be insecure, and I feel like both of them have to do with comparing ourselves to other musicians, and the second being comparing ourselves to the praise that we see other musicians get, and we don't get the same affirmation. So I want to talk about overcoming those insecurities. The first thing I wanted to talk about is learning your voice, especially singers. Learning your voice, learning those strengths and your weaknesses. Just really quickly again, one of my weaknesses that I feel is a weakness is melismas. And a melisma is like a fancy word for doing a riff or a run. I don't really feel like that. My melismas are very fluid, kind of watery, just easy. And so I don't really try to be a singer who creates a lot of embellishments in their song. Now, if I'm singing a classical piece that might demand a melisma, then of course I work on trying to produce that melisma to the best of my ability. But in another genre of music where I have the creative liberties, I'm not going to spend my time trying to sound like other musicians or singers that might be able to create those melismas. I work on strengthening my strengths and not focusing on my weaknesses. Number 2, as again, your strengths. Learning what makes you unique. Stop comparing yourself to other singers or musicians, because your strengths make you you. One of my strengths is my tone. I kind of have a full tone. Some people might say it's warm, or it's kind of dark, or it's kind of colorful, or I might even have a heavy voice. That is what makes me me. So when I find a piece of music, I try to, of course, put myself into the music. Not focus on my weaknesses, focusing on my strength. Stop comparing yourself to others. And number 3, practice. I believe that practice breeds confidence. When you perform, you already have to worry about your adrenaline rush and the nervousness that you feel when you step on stage. The last thing you want to worry about is your song. Am I going to sing the right notes? Do I remember the words? You should already have done the work. I watched an interview with Michael League, the leader of Snarky Puppy, and the interviewer asked him, how did you get so good? And he said, I got tired of sounding bad. I got tired of hearing other musicians be better, so I wanted to be better. And I also watched a master class, which I encourage you guys to do. Watch interviews, master class, any books by professional musicians, just to see what's in their head and learn that they're really not that much different from you. All right, that was a good plug. But the opera singer from the Met, she talked about how she feels when she steps on stage and all the thoughts that go through her head that I'm sure you might feel, because I know I feel, just worrying about the song. And then she stops and says, you know what? I'm not a perfect singer. I'm not a machine. I've done the work, so I'll be okay. But you have to do the work. You have to practice. That is going to push you to be better and better, and to help you overcome those insecurities. I hope this video was helpful to you, because these tips have definitely been helpful to me, and I can't wait to connect with you again.
Help me lose my mind.